Hello, I'm Richard Devaney from the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College. Welcome to a video series of interviews that I conducted with senior executives from many different industries. The series is called Strategic Insights, and the goal is to help you to understand what great CEOs are thinking about as the critical issues of today. The first thing that fascinated me was the discussion that you had concerning digital natives and how you see the evolution of NCR in the future and serving that new customer base and helping your customers to cope with that.
We're helping our customers navigate a very fast-paced, moving world in which they live. I mean, years ago, business in a traditional sense was done B2C, business to consumer. Today, it's consumer to business. Consumers today have less brand loyalty than they once had. Consumers today have more choice. Consumers today use technology in a way to give them the best price in the marketplace, the best delivery in the marketplace. But the interesting thing about consumers today, digital natives, is they have a willingness to also give businesses their preferences. And that's very powerful. Business needs to learn how to take advantage of this new consumer who doesn't mind telling them how they want to be marketed to, what matters to them, when and where they want to get information delivered to them. And we at NCR are helping our customers deal with these changes and helping our customers understand their customer. So our software business and even our hardware business has been shaped around helping our customers do this, and it's been fascinating for them. And frankly, they have to do it. If our customers don't get control of this constituency, they're at risk.
NCR has been one of the few companies in the history of the United States that's made transitions like IBM did from mechanical world to digital world and now to the information world. Tell me how you do that. First of all, how do you get the vision? And secondly, how do you get the people to change and go along with that kind of radical shifts in the purpose of the company?
It's not easy, and that's why there are very few companies that are like us, 127 years old, and have been able to sustain themselves through very different times in history. But it starts with the essence of strategy, the importance of strategy, making sure you know where you want to take the company and where you are taking the company, frankly, how different it is from where you are today. And then, of course, strategy, the essence of a great strategy is about winning and making sure that you have a recipe to win. But also the essence of a great strategy is knowing what not to do. So understanding your limitations, understanding that you can't do everything, you have to prioritize what you do, and then ultimately execution, making sure that you're dedicated and focused on executing that strategy. So for us, we have been devoted to making strategy part of our management system, our process. It's who we are. We've become a company that devotes itself not just to tactically running the business every day, operating the business in a silo, but thinking about what's next, studying the markets we're in, studying consumers, changes taking place outside of our industry, mega trends that could impact us, where there are risks that we have to deal with, and not being afraid to essentially eat our own, creative destruction, putting ourselves out of business if need be in certain markets, making sure we're investing appropriately.
What's the strategy behind NCR's foray into blockbuster DVD self-service kiosks? Are you worried about the rising popularity of streaming movie services such as Netflix that will compete directly with DVD use, or is this a temporary opportunity that will evaporate? And how do you deal with that kind of world when oftentimes the point of service machines may get replaced?
How does one survive for 127 years? Well, along the way, you have to take some risks. You have to be willing to invest in certain markets that may not pan out. Willing to take some risks in terms of investing in areas that you can learn from. Entertainment for us was one of those risks. We have a very simple process here in terms of investment. It's called target, test, and invest. We target markets, we test them, meaning we invest a small amount of money, a small amount of resources, and if they show promise, we then invest. We expect to have a batting average of about 500, meaning half of the things that we do will not work out. Half of the things we do will be blockbuster bets, and they'll go on to be big businesses. That's part of our DNA now. It's always been part of NCR's DNA because we're innovative. Entertainment falls into that category. However, entertainment, like many businesses, is largely fluid. Are we worried about Netflix? Of course. Do we worry about Dish Networks and their purchase of Blockbuster? Of course. However, we're also evaluating how that market is evolving all the time, and we'll make appropriate changes based on how the market does evolve in any given period. So that market, like other markets for us, we continue to look at. As it changes, we always determine whether or not we want to be in it. The essence of a great strategy is also knowing what you don't do. And if we don't, we simply don't. We'll move on.
Tell me about the key developments that are going on in your point of sales systems and how you want to keep the leadership in that industry.
Well, point of sale for us has gone from 127 years ago being a cash register to today multi-channel in nature, meaning our customers come to us to talk to us about how do they connect, interact, and transact with customers on mobile devices, online vis-a-vis e-commerce, through the social channel, and then of course at points of service like a store through our electronic cash registers and our digital cash registers. So for us, we're now in a position where we can talk to our customers about how do they build out a merge channel system that can help them to start transactions in certain channels with their consumers and end them seamlessly in another. So this is the new world in which we live in. Digital natives reside in this world, and we're helping our customers become unconfused about their buying patterns, the way they want to construct a business relationship with them. And in part, it's this merge channel notion that we've been grappling with for about 5 years that we're now bringing to market some terrific products to serve them.
A lot of data run through your systems about people, consumers, and the customers of your customers. Who owns that data, and what opportunities is it creating for you?
Yeah, we do 300 million transactions a day at NCR. I mean, you and everyone watching this video has probably transacted with us in the last 48 hours. Whether at an ATM, or in a retail store, or self-checkout, or in an airport, or in a hospital, or in an entertainment kiosk, on a mobile device, online. And so, in some cases, our customers own the data. In some cases, we own the data. The good news is that we get great information on what our customer's customer is doing in multiple industries. And it's really relevant to a bank to know what their customer is doing and how they're behaving in a retail store, in an airport, in a hospital, and so on. So we can bring together this powerful information for them to help them take advantage of what's going on with consumers in other markets to see if they can implement similar solutions in their market.
As I was listening to your vision, it seems to me that in the end you're going to be competing with cell phones and with credit cards. Especially as you collect lots of data and you integrate across different lines and you start providing services around that data and, for example, your customer preference management system. How do you see that playing out in the future?
They're enablers of our strategy. They're partners. They're in our ecosystem. So, for example, credit card companies. They're embedding today NFC chips in their cards. Near-field communication chips can be used by consumers at point of sale to check out using our point of sale systems. Cell phone companies, we're partnering with them to enable the cell phone to connect to our customer systems for mobile banking, for check-in at the airport now with our travel check-in capability vis-a-vis mobile devices, at the bank to authenticate oneself at an ATM. So they're important players in our ecosystem and hence are partners of ours rather than competitors.